Ever since I was 10, I noticed a repetitive pattern when I was conversing with my friends. A lot of them assumed my ethnic background based upon my physical appearance. More precisely, my skin color. A few months ago, when me and my friend named Dat were chit-chatting, he suddenly asked me the following question with a lot of confidence. "Aren't you Russian?" I looked at him perplexed, trying to figure out where this uncanny idea came from because never once I mentioned Russia to him nor to our mutual friends. But then it hit me. Dad assumed that I came from Russia because of my pale skin, light-colored eyes, and blonde hair. Dad is far from being the only one who thought that I came from a Western or Nordic place. My pale skin, light-colored eyes, and blonde hair is all caused by a genetic condition called albinism, causing me not to have barely any melanin, the natural pigment present in the body. Unfortunately, not a lot of people know what albinism is. By consequences, they assume that I come from European descent, even though I come from Cameroon, Africa. The more I met people who assumed my ethnic background based upon my physical appearance, I realized that people categorize things based on what is familiar to them. After some research, I realized that categorization is a tool used by the brain to organize nearly everything we encounter in life. However, when it comes to categorizing individuals, I noticed that some people often misuse this essential tool. In my life, I've encountered a lot of people who didn't consider me as fully African because I don't appear black. And throughout my life, I was always trying to find this sense of belonging that everyone craves. As far as I can remember, I always had to prove to people that I was in fact black. And after showing them pictures of my biological relatives who are phenotypically black, people still didn't believe me. Whether my hair was straightened or braided, whether I was wearing casual clothes or African attire like today, people still viewed me as the pale-skinned girl that was most likely from European descent. And even worse, sometimes I've encountered xenophobes who treated me differently because I don't appear black. For instance, a year ago, when I was walking in my neighborhood in Italy, two men come up to me and kindly ask me what time it is. I answer and continue along my way. But suddenly, a black man passes by, and I hear the two same men calling that stranger a grave racial slur. I was horrified from what I heard. My insides were fuming. I was furious because of what happened. But slowly, anger turned into sadness. Progressively, I realized that the only reason those two men were nice to me was because I don't appear black. Racism isn't caused by geographical or cultural or even moral differences. It's caused by this small variable, skin color. However, skin color alone doesn't define one's geographical belonging. There's other phenotypes such as hair texture, eye shape, facial features, and other. For example, look at these flowers. There are some roses and tulips. They may have the same color, but we can notice other phenotypes such as the number and shape of the petal. And also, the stem of this flower is different. Same thing goes for humans. Two individuals may have the same skin color, but that doesn't mean that they necessarily come from the same place. Look at this. We can see people from all over the world who have different skin tones. However, we can notice that people who come from totally opposite sides of the world may have a similar skin tone. And on the other hand, we can see people who come from the same country but have a different skin tone. So clearly, Skin color alone doesn't define one's geographical belonging, doesn't define one's ethnicity. So why do people not analyze my appearance as a whole? Why do people not see my West African nose? Why do people not notice my box braids? Do people not notice the resemblance that bears between me and my family that are phenotypically black? Categorization is the universal method that humans use to understand this complex universe. This method helps us recognize and understand things we stumble upon in life. We're now 8 billion of individuals on Earth, and we're all different from each other. So some people may use different methods to categorize what they see. Some people may use a binary method, may see things in either black or white. And some, on the other hand, may see the world in a series of different shades of gray. However, to maximize our understanding of this complex and rich universe, I believe that we should blend both of these methods so that we will take action fast enough while still taking into account details. By blending these two methods, we will no longer see people based on their skin color or based on details that define them. We will see them as a whole and appreciate the complexity and simplicity present in each and every one of us. Myself, I try to optimize how I view individuals. And I urge all of us to see people beyond their skin color, differences, and disability, or physical appearance. I urge you to find common ground with someone you think is totally opposite from you, so that you will appreciate people in their entirety. Like my friends, who just don't see me as a pale-skinned girl that has albinism and that happens to be from Cameroon. They see me as a full individual, Anastasia. Thank you.